You okay, honey bunny? I'm gonna reach in there because you're right next to another present. You okay? You're freaking. I'm not trying to get you, honey. Oh, you're okay. I just noticed. This is a really big day. This is the first time I've ever gotten more than one egg. That is amazing. This one feels heavy too. I might weigh it. If I weigh it, I'll put it in the comments or description box below. But, yeah. Has anybody hid anywhere else? You're doing great. So there's 7 weeks tomorrow. Typically you would expect them to start laying between 6 and 8 weeks. So we're approximately right on time. I'm excited. Well, so that's an added bonus to this video. But you know what I was actually about to do a video about is my umpteenth gazillionth tick bite. So 2 nights ago I found another freaking tick on me, and you can tell by my tone of voice that I'm so over it, but also it's so commonplace as a part of my life at this point to be repeatedly on freaking doxycycline every stinking year. So something I really want to start to do is utilize the supplies and items available to me for tick reduction in my life, because, you know, okay, fine, they're out here, especially if I go down the cliff. I have not yet been able to do a full tick reduction on the cliffside. It turns out that this stuff, deep mulch, is the biggest deal. Even if you still let everything grow up through it like is happening, you've heat compost treated the nests. And so mostly the ticks are gone after a deep mulch treatment. Now, of course, the regrowth is going to be limited. And the other thing is the self-reseeding plants are going to have a reduced surface by which they can reseed into. So don't do it as a blanket across the board, everything all at once. Leave some spaces, or if you need to get the self-reseeders going, designate them a zone, carry their seeds there, and make sure that you're going to still have your annuals that self-reseed every year. I have way fewer tomatoes this year, for example, because I did this last year. I did pretty well on the amaranth. It took pretty well, but just keep that in mind when you do it. But it does reduce the ticks a lot, and I am continuing to phase this in. It's a balance between not losing my diversity in plants, there goes a motorcycle on the highway, and taking care of this problem as well as I can. So yeah, they are deer ticks. I have had enough ticks in my life that I can actually give you a trajectory of how tick treatment protocol in American medical advice has changed. When I was young, it used to be you kept the tick and they tested the tick. Now, there was a period of time several years ago where if it was on you for less than 36 hours, they just straight up freaking ignored you and were like, no, you're fine, go away. I hated that period of time, and I actually exaggerated how long they'd been attached just so that I could get the treatment. And then the new advice is if it's been on for less than 36 hours, so if you didn't have the tick on your body for more than a day and a half, they can go ahead and just give you a couple doxycycline pills. But if you've had it attached for longer than that, then you do a full 2-week antibiotic course. So on the cautious side, a cautious doctor will give you the 2-week course regardless. This is going to be my second full 2-week course of doxycycline this year. Both done by telehealth, because that's how COVID's doing right now, is a whole lot of telehealth. Frankly, it's so convenient. I was actually on a Rails to Trails over there when I called it in, because I had to get to my dentist and I was halfway there on the electric bicycle, and I was just like, well, this is when she has available and this is where I can make that time slot work. So let's just go find a quiet spot, you know? It worked. So I got my doxycycline today. I started my first pill, but I also want to reduce this experience in my life. So one of the things that I can do is a Sawyer brand outdoor company named Sawyer, Sawyer, I believe it is. There's spritz bottles that last 6 months once sprayed that are tick and also mosquito killers. So this spray is based off of pyrethrin, which is a plant, but it's a synthetic pyrethrin. And then there are binders on it. I want to set you down for a moment because guess what? I totes forgot to bring that crap out, and I want to show it to you. So give me 20 seconds here. I'm going to set you on this bicycle seat, and you can, you know, actually, you know what would be better is if I could set you up to look at the birds. Oh, can we look at the birds? Do the birds want to be looked at? Okay. Look how fluffed Orange is. Orange is so fluffed. You're in the box and you're fluffed. Are you going to give me an egg too? That would be so cool. I decided that this one in the foreground is Cricket, and the one in the background, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I did not take my allergy meds last night. My bad. And the one that's all fluffed is Storm. So we got Storm Bird, the one that's left. And we got Cricket, who just makes cricket noises all the time. So here is the product I'm talking about. This stuff. Was I right? Was it Sawyer? Yep. All right. I even spelled it right off the top of my head. So there you go. It does have some rather terrifying warnings. Do not breathe near this stuff. Oh. Yeah, so it says don't let it touch your skin, don't let it blah, 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 all kinds of things. This is used actually by the government. They spray down the clothes of all the uniforms in like the army and stuff. So this is a US-based statement. I don't know about anybody else. And so this it's every 1 month or 6 washes. I misspoke at the beginning. Oops. And if I just spray down all my clothes, then I could make sure that the ticks are gonna die. Here's a really weird thing. Every single time I get a tick, it attaches right here. What's up with that? I don't know what's up with that. It's very annoying. So I'm gonna start doing this because the one year I remembered to do this and got real on top of it, it helped so much because the ticks just die. You know, even if they attach, you find them dead on you instead of alive. And if I did all my clothes, then I could really be on top of it, you know. With as mild as winters as we have, there is a very high likelihood that I would actually have to do this year round. But you can buy these in 2-packs, and they're not too crazy expensive. They're meant for hikers, like, you know, the Pacific Coast Trail or any of those big hikes that people go for like months. That's what that's meant for. You can do your tent, you can do all kinds of things, but you have to do it in a well-ventilated area. So I want to line my clothes up here and wear a ventilator. I do actually have 2 of them that I've had for years, so that's not a supply that I have to like source during COVID or anything. I'm good. And hopefully that'll reduce it. I would really, really love to hear anybody else's like tips and tricks. I do have one caveat, however. I'm allergic to lavender. I don't know what to tell you. I actually get asthma attacks from lavender. So I can't do that particular solution, but if you have other solutions and ideas, there's There's some other things that I'm a little sensitive to, but there's a whole bunch that I'm not. So I could give some things a try, but I think that's what I'm gonna do for now, is start with that Sawyer spray, ventilator up, and let things dry. It's just, you know, every day that I feel like doing it, it's raining, you know? And then you can't get your clothes to dry. It's very annoying. But yeah, ticks. I have what the doctors call a high-risk lifestyle for ticks. And so over and over again, I'm calling my doctor saying, I have another freaking tick. And you know what? It's just part of my life. More doxycycline, but I need to make some more preventative care part of my life. So any advice, tips, tricks, other care that I could take care of, because we do have a ton of deer tick here, and those are the ones that carry Lyme's disease, which is something I really, really, really don't want. So I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a tick-free day, and do take care. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this visit at the cliffside, and take care. Bye.